All right, you guys, I want to look at this one here together. So when you look at this formula, it looks crazy. This is from the first sheet, okay? So I just kind of want to show you how do you figure out what's hooked to what. Number one, you have to use the honk rule. But number two, if you look at a formula like this and you're like, what in the heck do I do with this? Start with the first element. That goes in the middle. Okay, so you're going to write your C here. The next thing that's written there is bonded to that carbon. All right, so the three H's are bonded to your carbon. So that's what you do next. You write your three H's in here, all connected to your carbon. So the order of the formula is for a reason. Okay. Then what comes next is your nitrogen. So then that has to be connected to your carbon. And then these hydrogens are connected to your nitrogen. Okay, so there's two of them here. So that gives you the basic structure. Then you got to go back and add up all your valence electrons and do your full shells and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so if we go back, we've got 4 for our carbon. We've got 3 hydrogens, so that gives us 3. Nitrogen is 5. And then we've got 2 more hydrogens, which gives us 2. So that's what, 8, 10, 14. So we're going to need 14 valence electrons. If you want to figure out your number of bonds, we'd have what, 8 plus 8 is 16. And then we'd have 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. So that'd be 26. So 14 minus 26 is 12. So that'd be 6 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're good with our bonds. Okay. Honk rule. Carbon has 4 bonds. Nitrogen has 3 bonds. Each hydrogen has 1 bond. So we're good with all of that. So now we just have to do full shells. Hydrogen's good. In all cases. Carbon here is good because there's 8. Nitrogen here though only has 6. So what are we going to have to do with our nitrogen? All right. Yeah. So we'll add them up here. Notice how I already angled this down because I knew we were going to have to do that. So as soon as I put those free electrons in, this has to angle downward. Okay, so it's pushing away from those free electrons. So this one is angled down. And then that should complete our structure. We need to count and make sure we have 14 electrons. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's our final count. So we're good to go with that. Right. So when you get some of these crazy formulas, that's how you do it. Okay. There was another one that I was looking at. I was going to do. Aiden, what was that one that you were looking at when I walked by?
It's C2H5.
Then O and OH. Okay. So when you see this, remember an OH is a polyatomic ion. So the O and the H have to be connected to each other. Hydrogen can only make 1 bond. So the hydrogen has to be on the outside, if you will, of the structure. Okay. So if we have 2 carbons, these 5 hydrogen have to be attached to these 2 carbons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have an OH. So that means the O has to attach to the carbon. The H has to attach to the O. So again, just in the order that it's written, these are first in the middle, these attach, then this one comes and the hydrogen attaches here. We add up our electrons. Each carbon has 4, so that gives us 8. 5 for our hydrogen, 6 for our oxygen, and another 1 for our other hydrogen. So that's what, 12, 20. Okay, so we need 20. Carbon has 4 bonds. Carbon has 4 bonds. Oxygen has 2. All the hydrogens have 1. Full shells for all of our hydrogens. Full shell for our carbon here and here. And then we have to look at our oxygen. Our oxygen only has 4, right? So we have to add 2 pairs of electrons here to get our full. And then we've got to add up our 20. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So just to kind of show you, those formulas are in an order for a reason. That's how you kind of figure out where everything goes. Other questions or other examples you want to go through together right now? Okay. So again, we're just going to go in order. We write our carbon down. Those 3 hydrogens are attached to the carbon. Then we write our oxygen, which is next. Then we write our other carbon. and those 3 hydrogens are attached to this carbon. So again, just go right in order. C, attach your hydrogens, then your O, then your other C, attach your hydrogen. And I'm gonna let you guys finish that. You guys can add up your electrons, and we got 4 bonds and 2 bonds and 1 for all our hydrogens. Right, so you guys can add that up and put in your free electrons and then finish that. Any others right now?